We are back in Baldur's Gate. I have done a little bit of retooling. This is the level 3 rogue. It is my comfort point that I'm using as a gauge to look at the differences between 5th edition D&D and Baldur's Gate, or at least to retune my mind for how the class plays as you gain levels in Baldur's Gate. I know what abilities I was looking forward to when I built the rogue initially. So this is a mirror of my rogue from the tabletop campaign. So you notice that I've already picked up the dual hand crossbows that turned out to be so cool. The first thing I noticed was that I can dual wield on any character. If you've got light weapons, you can dual wield, and doing so does not give a penalty to your main hand attack. I don't remember whether this is something that I just believe from the 3.5 edition or if it's still true in 5th edition, but I do remember that there is a series of feats you can take to make your dual wielding better. I have taken none of them. And yet, look here, the only difference between my main hand and offhand is that the offhand is not getting the damage bonus. So look at the pop-up there, you'll see that I'm getting total damage is 1d6 plus 4 or 1d6 plus 1. The difference there is my dexterity is not being added to the damage for the offhand weapons. And for the ranged attack, oh, that's for the main hand. Excuse me, for the melee. For the range, they're both doing 1d6 plus 3. There's an extra plus 1 because one of my hand crossbows is a plus 1. And I am about to go see if I can score a second-hand crossbow, and then we're going to go off and see if we can rescue the druid. Because everything is all set. I've changed all of my hotbars to be a little smaller. So when we bring up this display, the top bit of the hotbar area doesn't overlap the bottom bit of the tab area. So we can see what we need here. I need an offhand crossbow that's plus 1. Plus 1 crossbows wouldn't go amiss for these two characters. I think Karlak can even use a heavy crossbow if we find one. So we're going to go check for better stuff at the vendor. Leaving camp, we also need to fill in bits of the map that are not filled in on the way out to taking care of the druid. So first step is we're going to talk to Aaron here.
Well met. Is there anything you need?
Oh, and I had Karlak.
The ritual, just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
The conversation with him is slightly different the first time any given character talks to him. So what has he got? He's got everything we sold to him. ... If I see anything that Gale can eat, I'll have to grab it. The Wanderer armor and the padded armor, those are cool, but we have good armor on everybody. Let's verify that. Yes, everybody's got plus 1 armor. I could pick up a supply pack. I'll do that when I come back through if I have not blown all my money on crossbows. I sold him the cool hats. However we do things, I think that Aaron will probably shut down with the Grove at some point, and I'll want to buy the hats from him so I can have them at least available somewhere. I could pick up more thieves' tools and trap disarm kits, but I have a whole bunch of them. I have more of those than I will need. I keep getting more and more, so apparently they have enough of a supply, but he's got nothing interesting to buy.
Guide your path.
Let's get going.
Let's switch back to my main character.
I'll catch a break. Always makes my day better.
I didn't want to talk to Will. Oh, that's right. Recently we encountered this devil named Raphael. I probably need to ping my squad mates about how they feel about him, but I think we're all on the same line of don't trust him. Hey, Damon.
Looking for steel? I have, well, something close.
Got any magic crossbows? Okay. I'm not sure what order this comes up in when I'm at barter, but I switched to trade and suddenly it orders it better. He has a +1 heavy crossbow and a +1 light crossbow. And they're both pretty damn cheap, so I will get those for Will and Karlak. Let's make sure that Karlak can wield it. Yes, she can. And Will, you're going to get the +1 light crossbow. Because I will never turn down increasing the number of hits I get by 1 per 20 attacks. So his other thing he's got is a +1 Morning Star. So Shadowheart is currently using a +1 mace. She could have a Morning Star, which it'll do a little bit more damage, and it's piercing rather than bludgeoning. And it has an additional effect that it unlocks. It's T to tie it. That is Heartstopper. So she may be able to inflict chest trauma. This isn't going to be so good for some mobs. Piercing damage. There are some mobs that are resistant to piercing and not bludgeoning. She could carry both of these, and I could switch them if I come up against a mob that is resistant to piercing. I would only get 19 gold for selling back the mace, so I'm going to go ahead and buy the Morning Star. So the hunting crossbow would allow somebody to use Hunter's Mark. Kind of cool. It gives you extra damage. I don't think anybody at my party would make major use of it, so I don't think it's going to be worth 137 gold. Besides, we have at this point pretty much run out of gold to spend until we get more loot. But she's only got 1 soul coin. I need to be on the lookout for soul coins. And I could sell off this pouch. This is the pouch that I got from the cache. It's empty, and I don't organize my inventory into pouches because when I do, I kind of mishandle it badly. We promised to carry the Wyvern Toxin and use it if we start to change. And, you know, at some point we will start to change, I bet. And when that happens, I will have to evaluate whether I want to take the toxin or, you know, I don't know, maybe accept the change. I don't know. Single use, 1d8 damage. It doesn't sound very impressive, but I am betting that if I actually consume it, it will kill me because that's what she said it would do. So we're good. We sold everything. We bought everything we want. I have an item here for Gale. I have my poison. I have all of my materials, so we are provisioned and ready to go.
Druids. Uses Bruton.
So is there anything else I need to explore from here? There's something going off to the right back there. Let's go take a look at what's going on back behind this prison area. We've been in here before. This is where somebody was trying to shoot the goblin. She's the one that told us about the goblin priestess. Looking at the mini-map, I think I can jump down. Well, let's see.
Let me out, you bunch of softies!
I can lockpick it. Can't reach it. Okay, so can't go that way. I bet I can come up the other way. We'll look at that later.
You're gonna be sorry!
Soldier.
Didn't really. I'm going to go ahead and talk to my companions at this point because I keep doing it accidentally. It sounds like all we need to do to fix your engine is find some infernal iron.
So Damon is as good as he seems. Once my engine's handled, I can focus on more important matters. Tadpoles, cults, trusty pints.
Okay, so what's the best way to kill a devil? I need to get the backstory with her and Mizora.
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Do you think she'll keep coming after you?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
Okay, I can see why she was so keen to escape.
No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players.
Okay, so we're going to change the subject. Best way to kill a devil. Yeah, let's ring this out. What's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
This isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
So what's my backstory? I'd be back in my home, not a care in the world, or middle of another adventure, blessedly free of a tadpole, or I don't know. I think I do. Middle of another adventure. I'm an adventurous type.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of trouble to throw ourselves at.
Baldur's Gate 4, anyone?
Boring. Even your cages are boring.
Okay, so at that point, she's done talking, so I think I exhausted her chat for the moment. Let's talk to Will.
Well met.
What do you make of Raphael?
He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think?
Okay, what are your thoughts on the devil? Or get to the point, or I mean, we should consider his offer, or I have no intention with bargaining. I really want to hear his thoughts before I tell him that I have no intention on bargaining with him.
Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great.
So, I am categorizing Will as a good man. I think that if I were personally in this area, I think Will and I would be, well, I would be a Will fanboy, but I would also be a Karlach fanboy. So yeah. So don't worry, I have no interest. Or he spoke of a cure, we should hear him out. Or we should do this. Or refuse him like you reserve Mithora. Oh, tweaking him over being a warlock. Oh, that's nasty. Snap. But I have no interest in a devil's deal.
That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with. and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
The angle of the lighting on his face has to be on purpose. That's too perfect. So, how does it feel? Or tell him to get out of his warlock pact? Or go, how does it feel to be a devil?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck.
Oh, Will, your horns are deadly. So much character.
Character, you say? Well, who couldn't use a bit more of that? Though I'll have to take your word for it. I've been avoiding my own reflection. Friend, be my mirror. What do you see?
Okay, I'm shipping Karlach and Will. So, quite the handsome devil, or freak of nature, or the blade of frontiers, or fiend who's been touched. I see the blade of front. I still see the blade of frontiers. He's got horns, but he's still the blade of frontiers.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the blade of frontiers again.
Okay, so the only things left are to tell him to get out of his warlock pact or to go wait at camp. I am not going to tell him to get out of his warlock pact because I know that's not going to end well. At most, it will be a, I can't do that and here's why, which might be interesting to explore at some point, but not now. Okay, Shadowheart. Let's see what she talks about.
Almost pleasant traveling with company, if you ignore all the less pleasant aspects.
I think I've kicked people out of the party, all the people out of the party that she doesn't like. So yeah, this is a good crew. What's happened to us? Talk to each other a little more. Let's review what's happened.
Fine.
What's on your mind? How am I holding up?
I don't think I've ever had a confidant quite like you. And if I have, I can't remember them.
I should have played a male character so I could romance her. Okay, so we should get to know each other a little more.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
Not yet. You don't want to talk about
I
yourself?
should hope not. Have you ever heard the people who want to talk about themselves? I'm doing you a favor.
If you're not comfortable, I won't press.
Thank you.
She
I'm
approves.
sure we'll get along perfectly well.
So over time,
Even your caves are boring.
over time, my approval rating should be going up. So Karlach, relationship is fair, trust is variable. Will approves of me. That's good. And Shadowheart, fair. So Will likes me, and the other two are warming to me. We're still early in the game.
And your dogs.
If we get up to like 100 hours into the game and we haven't cracked through to them liking me, then I know I'm doing something wrong. Okay, so this area down here we can jump to and head back the other way to open the gate. And there's something over that way. Let's head over that way first. Just for fun, I'm going to go alone for now, but I'm going to go with guidance.
Looking ahead.
You're gonna be
Z to jump.
every last one of you.
That's curious.
Oh, and there's a stone door. Now, I know that there are some dangerous plants around here. We'll come back to the door. I'm going to see if I can run around a bit, see if we have any of those dangerous plants.
That mushroom. I should stay clear.
Okay, so we've got two of them. Two things to look at. Malnourished torch stalks are dangerous, so I tend to like to attack them from a distance. And
Have to keep going.
the other thing I found here is another malnourished torch stalk. How about that? Hidden behind the barrel. Now, I can pick up and move barrels, and there are some people who will use barrels as combat weapons. That's not me. So we are out of guidance, so I am going to head back. We have this door here that we found.
You thieves are all boring. Even your
So apparently I can jump down here too. Let's see, Shadowheart. Hey, I want you to jump down here with me and hit me with guidance. I'm going to head back the other way.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids. And your
So we're going to jump down here. Okay. Oh, Shadowheart jumped down. Well, that wasn't good.
I've got a long road ahead.
Because
Let me out, you bunch of
Tav is the one that has the ability to save. Okay, so we're going to hold on to this. So Shadowheart used jump. And she got some bludgeoning damage.
You're gonna be sorry.
Yeah, if Shadowheart follows along, she can hit me with more guidance as time goes by. Because I think there's probably going to be secrets to find along this path. Ooh. Okay, I triggered it, but I was out of range. That's good.
Even your cages are boring.
Guidance does not last very long when you're
Who will ever believe this?
just running around.
Gonna bite the heads off your kids. And your birdies. And your dogs.
See, I figured there were traps down here. I just had no idea it would be all these malnourished torch stalks. So we have a broken door that I can shoot.
Let me out, you bunch of softies.
There we go. And I should be able to climb up here and in. And everybody else should be able to do that same
You're
trick.
gonna be sorry. Every last one of you.
So
No time for chat just
first
now.
Will. Now Karlak. I'm betting there's an easier way to get down to that lower.
Thieves are all boring. Even your
Yeah,
cages are
okay, so
boring.
so yeah, could have climbed down the knotted ropes at all this time anyway.
All right.
Yeah, that was silly.
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids.
Now you three
And your
are,
birdies.
well, let's just put the
And
whole
your
party back
dogs.
together,
And well,
and they're going to automatically jump and climb and get to me. So I just saved some time. Ooh. And we had one that I missed.
Let me out, you bunch of softies.
Where am I needed? Keep him
Get
pace.
everybody well clear of it.
Well, well, well.
onward. Ever onward. Never a dull moment.
And let's trip this one as well. I probably won't be coming back to
Gonna
here,
be sorry.
but if I do, I'd really rather have those gone. And from the inside, let's try lockpicking.
Keep me out. Best be on my way.
Lockpick.
Oh, you thieves are all boring.
So,
Even your cages are boring.
bonus. I am wearing the thing that gives me guidance. I could have used this all along. So I can cast guidance on myself. So what I'll do is I'll generally cast guidance on myself with that neck piece that I've got, and I'll reserve my cleric's guidance for other characters. So we can have 2 characters with guidance at any given time if we need it.
Birdies and your dogs.
So I rolled a 5, and with all of my bonuses, I missed. I am going to try again with Monomer Inspiration Points because I have 4. That's the maximum that I can have.
Let me out, you bunch of soft
You can only get guidance from 1 person at a time. There we go. So that's open. Was there anything else in this area here? Let's go to the overhead view.
every last
There's a
one
cooking
of you.
pot and a bedroll. We could camp here. We got a standing torch. And that's it. Now we did have that stone door. I'm going to go check out the stone door.
Oh, you thieves are all boring. Even
I
your
believe-
cages are
well,
boring.
I can go do this with a couple of hit points missing, right? This is just opening up a new pathway, right? Okay, all 4 of us are here. Underground passage. What do we have up there? I'm going to stealth everybody, ungroup,
Breathe deep.
and my rogue is going to go scout.
Let's see.
So Findle is 1 hit point and unconscious. We've got Warrior Gresh. And we've got a Guardian Statue. So he looks like a bear. Oh, what's that? Rune of the Bear. I'm going to sneak over to the Rune of the Bear and see if that does something with the statue.
Give him something to cry about.
Don't wear his voice out. We still need answers.
So I can, as long as I stay out of the red stuff, I am not at risk of being seen. Okay, so we hit the rune,
Father's gonna skin us. No one knows.
and the statue stopped glowing. That's good.
Yeah, she'll kill us dead if we go back without it.
We'll get the druid talking. Grove's got to be full of magic.
So we've got
That's why I've been
Tracker
studying
up
all the
there,
rats.
Torak
Might be
there,
spies.
Gurza is 12 instead of 7, and Gresh. So Gresh is the heavy hit point warrior, and Gurza is
Pretty stubborn for a
Ranged?
man wearing leaves.
ranged.
Maybe we can set him on fire.
Okay. Let's bring everybody up and start this party
We should
going.
set the whole grove on fire.
So where do I want everybody? Shadowheart's going to be over here. Will is going to be here. And Karlak is probably going to be the one that breaks stealth for us.
That's it. Boss would rip you for talking that way.
Let's see how close I can get Karlak before we lose stealth.
Boring. Let's find another one.
I wonder if I can cast Bless without losing stealth. Yeah. I'm going to reserve my level 2 slots.
More fun when he was screaming.
Could wake him up by chopping off a toe. That'd be funny.
Yeah. Give him something to cry about.
Don't
Okay,
wear
so
his
Karlak's
voice
out of sight.
Still need answers.
Let's not do this yet.
Don't be shy.
Will is out of sight, sorry.
Every step counts.
Father's gonna skin us. No one knows about this damn weapon.
Now, Shadowheart's got some
She'll
got a light crossbow, so she will be effective as a
We'll
combatant.
get the druid talking.
So just get her where she can be getting into range. So let's get everybody clustered up here close.
Might be spies.
Secrecy above
Let's do this. God bless Karlak and Will and Tav.
Leaves.
We get bless out and everybody goes back to stealth, and now time is running. Karlak is still stealthed.
We should set the whole grove on fire.
So what I want her to do is try to walk up to Gresh.
Did some bleeding arts.
And here we go.
Kill 'em!
Maybe I should stay crouched.
So I'm still not in combat. What I will do is I'm going to try to get a sneak shot on him. So Gresh. Okay, so I rolled initiative and I am low on the initiative scale now. So Shadowheart first. And nobody has initiative with her. Ah, nice. Green notation. If I got the wrong character focused, I can hit that, and now I'm on the correct character. So she has plenty of capability. If I want her to shoot, she can shoot from right there. That works. She can start on Warrior Gresh. Let's take out Tracker. Maybe I can take out Tracker.
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Miss. And duck back. Okay, I am not stealthed, and I am in the red, so I really want this thing to be... Well, I'm not going to get a sneak attack. Oh, well. Because I probably won't be able to stealth up. So there's areas in here... Nope, they can see the whole thing. That makes sense. Let's work on Warrior Gresh. And my bonus action, offhand attack again. Warrior's down. Yay! Critical miss. And the person up top is coming down. So now we've got Will and Karlak are both up. So how are we doing for melee attacks? I think I can get two in melee attack either one. Let's start with Gerza.
Say bye-bye.
I don't think I'm going to need to use my Barbarian Rage or anything. And we're not close enough to use Pommel Strike, are we? No, we are not. So what I could do is I could Frenzy, but... So Frenzy lasts 10 turns. It takes a Rage charge. I'm not actually sure that I'm going to be attacking every turn. We're mowing through these things pretty fast.
Favors the fearless.
Okay, Will, you're going to come out here as far as you can go.
2 steps at a time.
And we are going to... So, these are disadvantage on ability checks. I keep forgetting whether this deals with saves or not. If it doesn't do saves, it's not going to affect much. I will do Constitution. Oh, Strength. So our order is Charisma, Constitution, Dexterity, Intelligence, Strength, Wisdom. So this is all alphabetical. There was a problem where every time I brought this up, it was in random order. Patch notes just said it stabilized the order, so apparently they just sort it alphabetically. That's fine.
What's this?
Hold on Carlock, is there anything that has a save? Nope. Okay. For Tav, I don't think anything that Tav does. Okay, so con save there. Con save there. Let's do Constitution.
This is my time.
We can change it up later if we find out that we need something else. So he's hexed. And an Eldritch Blast. And he's dead. So it really doesn't matter what I put on that one because that took him down neatly. So the Guardian statue is counted as being in this fight, even though I have hit the rune. Interesting. Maybe because I'm just within range? Last guy is way up there. 35% chance of hitting him with a firebolt. So nobody is terrifically hurt except for Findle. I don't want to get Findle up because they may put him back down. And see, spiritual weapon is a bonus action. Level 2 spell slot. Okay.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
I am actually out of view, so I could cunning action hide, and now a sneak attack. I am at disadvantage because he's either far or high. Fine. I had to do him with a normal arrow. So we are done. Karlak, why don't you loot these guys up here real quick? Oh, never mind.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Okay.
Yo!
There's another rune down there. Glowy things. I like clicking on glowy things. So I have looted all 4 of those, and let's see, what has Karlak got from that? All of this stuff, I believe. We're not handing off those. 1 foot, 2 feet, well met, will meet. Okay. Children's rhymes and mnemonics compiled and archived by Euphedora Great Quill. I will sell that. Acid Vial is a throwable. I'm no good at throwables in these games, so yeah, toss that over to Tav.
Best get going. All's well that ends.
So everybody's got a few hit points down. That's all right. Not enough to really worry about. I'm going to deal with Findle now.
Breaths are shallow, his wounds deep. He doesn't respond to your voice.
Okay, so apparently I need some sort of healing spell. I don't think anybody has any cantrips, but I can do a healing word.
Take 2.
I need to look and see if I can find a cantrip that does like 1 hit point of healing or something. I don't even know if that exists. I don't know, would that be totally OP in D&D?
Let's move.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here.
So this is not the head druid, this is just Findle. How did these goblins slip into the grove?
It's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but
They followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Okay. Will is inspired. Yay! So apparently the way we're going leads through a tunnel out to the real world. So this is a secret instant entrance to the Druid Grove. So I saw a rune back there. I'm going to see if I can go get it. It looks like I have a jump point over here. And my halfling can't make it. Well, let's send the 7-foot-tall Karlak, barbarian. Oh yeah, she should be able. She can jump this just fine.
That's curious.
Not used to lying low.
Okay, so I'm now hidden.
Shadows don't suit me.
So if I hide, it stops firing. Okay. So I just got 2 perception checks. Both of which succeeded. So, oh yeah, okay, so we have 2 guardian statues here, and I got a perception on Rune of the Wolf. That's fine. So we've done the wolf. And this gets us a charred key.
Sneak, sneak.
This is actually the first playthrough where I've seen this chest up here. So that's curious. So jump, survival check. I thought the survival check was for the jump, but I guess it was for finding this. Okay. So, what did she loot? Gold and a silver ingot and a thieves' tools. Oh, and there was a key. And all this alchemy stuff she is carrying, I'm gathering that on one character so I can do alchemy.
What to do?
In fact, let's take care of that now. Extract all the ingredients. We've been picking up ingredients. I've never done this on this character. So hit extract all ingredients. That does all the suspensions and vitriols and ashes that we've been picking up. All of these things just as we've been picking things up in the world. They've been coming up. I've been ignoring them because I knew I just hit the do all button. The fun part is when you get up here to things you can make. So we can make our weapon more accurate by putting oil on it. Slip through the tiniest of cracks. Okay. We could make alchemist's fire if we had that stuff. We could do an elixir of peerless focus, which gives, I guess, benefits to concentration checks. But the most important thing is we've got potions of speed. If we can get hyena ears. We've got potions of healing, which I tend to make. We've got featherfall and animal speaking. Now we actually have somebody in the group that can speak to animals anyway, so we won't be making any of these. And antidotes. We're going to hold off making any potions until I actually need them, because I might make the wrong potion and use up an ingredient. Oh wow, we have enough camp supplies for 10.5 nights for inspiration points and a chunk of gold. I didn't realize these were up here. That's good.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting
Okay, so
times.
we did a rune there and a rune down there.
On my way.
I am going to sneak on up. There's probably another rune to hit along the path.
That's a friendly looking
Sneak so we don't get shot at. Because we do have another. We've seen 3 statues so far. And this is likely, yeah, that's a 4th statue. Oh, glowing blue bit. Okay. And I see another bit of glowy blue down there. I'm not sure whether that's a rune or just, that might just be this. So there's probably one more rune somewhere. So we have guardian statue of the bear and a rune of the bear. We have a rune of the wolf. This is not a wolf, this is a bird of some kind. Looks like another bear. Eagle. Okay, so we've got 2 statues of the eagle. I'm betting that this rune did them both. And 2 statues of the wolf. Okay, so we're good.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
So we have a door back here. And a door up there. Okay, so let's see. Wooden crate. Oh, score. And that's a... I got a whole bunch of this stuff. So you see, I don't really need to buy lockpicks or trap disarm tools. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm not sure. There's a heavy chest. I don't trust this. I'm going to guidance myself. And Shadowheart's going to guidance herself. Whoops.
Whatever comes.
Okay, we're trading guidance then. So we're both guidance.
I have a lot on my mind. And well,
And now we're going to creep up here very slowly because I do not trust this darkness back here. Okay, we both failed perception checks of some kind.
This'll be fun.
Okay, so this is picked. We are going to disarm first. So we have a 9 to 12 bonus, anything but a 1. I probably should have quick saved before we did this. Oh well. I will quick save now. I need to remember to quick save frequently. So now we're going to lockpick.
what's this?
So this is a DC 15, 9 to 12 bonus. Probably will get it. There we go. Okay, so It says use thieves' tools, but I don't think it actually consumed one. And inside we find Nature's Snare, which is a versatile staff, quarterstaff. So it's one hand or two hand. And it's got topple on it. So if anybody's using a quarterstaff, this is a good one. It's got a warg fang for elixir of bloodlust. Cool. So nothing earth-shaking in that chest. Does anybody have a light cantrip? Yeah, she does. There we go. Now we can see what's going on here. I'm wondering if some of the perception checks were failed were because we didn't have any light. Yeah, perception check is, I rolled a 3 plus proficiency plus guidance plus wisdom. So we weren't getting any down checks. But yeah, we just rolled really bad.
Can't give up now. Don't waste a step.
So there's a stone door up here. I'm going to take the other stone door first. I kind of take them in order. Can I jump down to it? Open the stone door. That puts us in the Enclave Library. Ooh, look where it is. So this is the secret door behind Nettie's area. Can I open it from the back? Let's separate out and stealth up.
Being in open view. Watch how you go. There's a trap.
So there's a vent. Can I disarm it? I am going to quick save. You cannot disarm these.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
And there is no, well, it says red. I gotta try disarming it. Add the bonus from my necklace. Oh, DC 30. No. So chances are we are not going to be able to do that. Cancel. So I just need to stay away from them. The stone slab lockpick is...
I can't even see a lock to pick.
So we can't even lock this. So if I look on the other side, so this is the door that we need to get the runes going for, behind Nettie. But now that we know what it is, I also know that we don't need to worry about it because we can get there just fine by going down behind the jail area there. So let's head back out. Let's go the other way, the other stone door.
On my way.
We do not need to be hiding anymore.
At the ready.
Okay, where does this stone door go? Ah, the forest. So this is a secret entrance into the Druid Grove from here. And I think since we are almost an hour in, I'm going to spend the last few minutes just exploring the rest of the Druid Grove places here that we haven't done. So we didn't actually go after the head druid this time. That's fine. We're making progress. We're getting stuff done. And nobody is cleaning up the dead bodies out here. Actually, we got Goblin Tracker and Brawler still. Oh, they're cleaning up some of them. So we've got two directions. We need to go left and right and explore. Let's head this way. There's up and there's here. This is the top of the lift. So we could call the lift, we could go down and talk to Nettie again, or talk to Karga. And there is a path up this corner. Whoops. I see a red thing up there. Bugbear assassin has killed somebody. So I am going to hide and sneak attack.
Concentrate. On my way.
And she's not going to be able to get anywhere.
Covered.
I don't think anybody else is going to be able to get up into combat.
Worth a try.
So I won't be able to cast Hex because I used my bonus action to jump, but I will be able to Eldritch Blast. Inoculated basic poison. You succeeded on a saving throw against basic poison and can't be affected by it. I wonder how long that lasts. So now I'm going to want him threatened so that I can do something. So we're going to start off with Will.
On the victor's path.
So he is going to reapply Hex, which was hanging around, versus, let's say, Dexterity for grins. And does a lot of damage to him.
Nothing important is ever
And now,
easy.
oops,
The blade will not bend.
I wanted to move up so he was threatened. There.
I won't give in.
And now Tav is going to sneak attack on the threatened guy. And we're done. And Nadir is dead. Oh well. He was carrying a Morning Star.
Need to find a way forward.
It's too bad I couldn't get up here quicker. I probably should have come up the other way. She has a soul coin, scroll of feather fall, oral histories, Gith and mind flayers. Let's read that real quick. So Paladar the Swift is a wood elf. As true as my own right eye. Okay, long ago, before my eyes and ears, before your lonesome quill, dear scribe, there was an empire of people, or perhaps only belief. An empire of brain eaters, soul wasters. They called themselves Illithids, the flayers of minds. The children of Gith were bowed, bent in service to the flayers, a passionate people made to serve a cold belief. The flayers were untouchable, their minds a great oppressor. No proud will or possession could break the Gith's children free. Until at last a reckoning, its source unknown, its power unproven, but its events history-making, the cowed could not be cracked. Gith's children fought back valiantly, their freedom theirs, the flayers bent and broken till today. That's the whole thing. So all we have is that one chapter exposed in the book. Soul coins. Oh, we get to hear about soul coins. Research funded by and conducted at a site in Avernus, the first plane of the Nine Hells. Candlekeep does not encourage or promote the entrapment of mortal souls. Okay, so this is out of Candlekeep. Soul coins as a concept are one of merciless simplicity. The sum of personal and magical essence, the soul, is bound into a minted piece of infernal iron and used as currency by devils and their cohorts. A soul in an iron coin. They are frequently traded for their value, can purchase mercenaries, magical items, and fuel the strange engines. This is why Karlach wants them. However, there's a fascinating culture surrounding soul coins as well. Spoke to a devil who admitted she has one coin that she will never sell, for it was the bargain that got her promoted out of Lemur status. She connected me to a half-elf warlock who had promised his soul to a coin after death. I was able to look at his contract, which is reproduced below. 50 pages of legal documents in Infernal. And we don't get to read it. Oh, that's too bad. We're going to take all. If anybody had seen us do that, they'd probably be upset that we were looting the body of poor Nadira. Telescope.
Peer through the telescope.
There's a dragon. Focus the telescope. I'm going to use my necklace for guidance. Nat 20. Nice. So that was kind of a red dragon going off to the left.
You see a dragon circling like a bird of prey, hunting.
Swing it to the left so you can find out what he's hunting.
The telescope points to the left.
Okay, and that was...
The telescope points straight ahead.
It's not showing me that for very long.
The telescope points to the right.
There's a town. Okay, with a fire. Okay. Leave. Okay, so we have checked out some things with the scope. We've got a village that's on fire, and we've got a dragon running around, and we've got a picture of the environs where we came down. Looked like the ship. So all in all, I think that little exploration netted us some good information. We also have a bit of darkness over this way. So Kaldani is watching over all this stuff. Yeah, I don't think I'm just going to freely loot all this crap. But I will take a look at the grave if I can.
Freshly turned soil shifts beneath your feet as you approach the grave.
Oh, this is good. So I'm going to pay
Close
my
your
respects.
eyes, finding a moment of peace.
And now we're going to do it
Not
again.
for communal use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
Okay, she's back. Yeah. Well, I paid my respects, which is what I should have done. Let's talk to
Paladin's
Kaldani.
back with his tail between his legs. I'm glad for your help, but I'd hoped you were Halcyon.
Sounds like you've crossed paths with Eridan before.
Yeah, when he ran off with the druid that saved our hides the first time. Without Halcyon, this grove's not so friendly, I'll tell you that.
Okay, that tallies with the feeling I was getting earlier that the new lady in charge is not a good person. So I think this is a way up over here. Now I can't move the camera up there. That's interesting. So if we look at this, There's a break in the line here, but I don't think that's actually someplace I can go. Yeah, it's just giving me not enough space. If I go to overhead view, path is interrupted up there. Let's see if Karlak can make the jump. Not enough space or path interrupted, so yeah, there's no place to go up there, really. Well, some of that says path is interrupted. There might be something up there at some point. And we're still pretty hurt. So I do need to get some camping time in before we go anywhere.
Breathe deep and move.
This looks like a place where there would be a secret door. So let's see. Now looking at this map, it does appear that that is an edge. I have no reason to believe we can get up there. There's a bit of stuff here. Perhaps in there? Not clear to me how to get up here. So we've explored this. We may be able, maybe find some place to jump from here. So was there any place off to the right? This may have some stuff to do too. So this is from the Grove down that way. And from the Grove out that way. Let's go do that first. So we're going to head into the Emerald Grove area here and try to head off to the east, see what's going on.
Hells! We can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not
These people have been
gamble our
arguing
lives,
for a long
our
time.
futures, on
Let's
people
see if we
who
can
are as good
resolve
as
this.
dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once. Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
I'm thinking that if we are going to be helping the Druids, we need all the help we can get. I'm going to see if I can persuade them to stay. So I have advantage from Scroll of Charm Person. DC 10, I think guidance is going to be enough. I will get it from my cleric. I could still do a Scroll of Charm Person, but this is still 5 to 8. We have a really good chance of hitting this already. Oh, barely hit it. Thank you for the guidance.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this. Zerg. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throat slit by Goblin Blade.
Thank you, Roland.
Okay, so he's kind of a grumbly jerk, but at least we have those 3 people helping us if we get into a fight here.
Not grumpy. Scowl on your face.
Tauron.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
Okay, so there's that. Now Will has Speak with Animals.
Checking things out. Be gone. I am hungry.
Okay, and board ox.
Another one. What are you under there then? Ant? Or ox? Big and slow? The keepers of this place choose different forms. Better ones. They become birds, to hunt on the wing. Bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me, only oxen, only same old hay. And I cannot even eat it, because the horned ones hide their shiny bits inside. Hiding things. Thinking they're clever. Not clever. Sometimes I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
Aha. And that opened up a thing that we can loot. Well, goodness, let's take a look at the haystack. It's a pouch with a couple things in it. Some gold and malachite. Let's send that back to Tav. Then send the pouch to Tav. That unpacks everything. Okay, and the strange ox. Moo. He doesn't want to talk.
Never a dull moment. Something's on my mind.
I may have already talked to him this playthrough. Ox makes you uneasy. Try to discern why. DC 10.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
Defender of the people.
Yeah, I think this is the conversation I get out of him when I have already talked to him. I'll have to go back and check the recordings. Guess I already did it.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Okay.
Never wanted the easy path.
We could help each other. Fight the goblins together. Instead, these fools are trying to chase us away.
Okay.
Lives are at stake, and the cowards only care about their bloody rituals.
I'm going to ignore the scamming children for the moment. I think I can climb down here and see what's up. There's a hole. Interesting. Let's see here. Let's go back and get the rest of the party. We're all together. Click on the hole. And apparently only I can make it through here. Let's come back and explore that later. Didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on this. And wanted to get my explorers done down below. Okay, so it's this area right here that I need to go through. I don't recall seeing this before. Thank you, autosave.
Someone singing. It's beautiful.
Investigate the music on the beach. Okay. Secluded Cove. Quest log. Investigate the beach. Discovered a tiefling child in a strange trance.
Please.
Can I talk to him? Can I walk past him?
Shh. Listen.
Purple eyes.
A sweet melody beckons you. It vibrates with magic. A harpy's charm.
Okay, so harpies are not good. I am going to struggle against the music's pull. I have advantage. Got it.
The suffocating yearning suddenly fades as the spell breaks. You are free.
No. It's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer.
Okay, there's the harpy. And I was not ready for combat.
Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
So we're going into combat. I am going to get some rest before we do this. I am not going into combat mostly down on my hit points. But we'll just do a short rest. Well, first of all, do I need a long rest?
Such a pretty song.
Awake and alert.
Yeah, I think I need a long rest for this. And I think I'm going to break the recording here. So when we come back, we will face the harpy. Back in a second.